Chainsaw Dude. Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Carlee and I like doing brief videos about true crime cases, some popular, some not popular, but I am just here to inform you guys and give you the Cliff Notes version of cases. It's a little bit more than a news segment and a little bit less than a documentary, actually a lot less, but I am here for the people that want to know about true crime but don't want to watch a 40-minute video about it, just kind of enough to get the basis of the case. So today we are talking about the body on Somerton Beach. Now this one is kind of crazy. It doesn't really give you many answers, but someone requested that I do that for the month of October, do some cases that are a little crazy, kind of spooky, which I thought was a really fantastic idea. So this is the case that we are going to start with. So on December 1st of 1948 at 6:30 a.m., the police were alerted that the body of a man was discovered on Somerton Park Beach near Glenelg, about 7 miles from Adelaide, South Australia. He was lying against a seawall with his head resting back against the wall and his legs were crossed at the ankles. It kind of just looked like he was sitting there with his eyes closed, enjoying the ocean. There was an unused cigarette on the right collar of his coat. It wasn't in a pocket, it was on his collar of his coat, which is kind of strange. After searching pockets, an unused second-class rail ticket from Adelaide to Henley Beach, a bus ticket from the city that may not have been used, a narrow aluminum cob that had been manufactured in the USA, a half-empty pack of juicy fruit gum, an Army Club cigarette packet that had 7 cigarettes of a different brand called Kensitas. I'm positive I'm pronouncing that wrong. And a quarter full box of Bryant and May matches. Witnesses said that on the evening of November 30th, they saw someone resembling the dead man lying on his back in the same spot where the corpse was later found. A couple claimed to have seen the man around 7 p.m. extend his right arm to its fullest length and then just drop it limply. A witness came forward in 1959 and claimed that they and 3 other people had seen a well-dressed man carrying another man on his shoulders along Somerton Park Beach the night before the body was found. According to the pathologist, John Burton Cleland thought that the man was about 40 to 45 years old and was in top physical condition. The man was 5 feet 11 inches tall with gray eyes, fair to ginger-colored hair, slightly gray around the temples with broad shoulders and a narrow waist, hand and nails that showed no signs of manual labor. He was very clean, didn't have any scratches or weathered hands. He had on a white shirt, red, white, and blue tie, brown trousers, socks and shoes, a brown knitted pullover, and fashionable gray and brown double-breasted jacket of reportedly American tailoring, which is kind of interesting that they note that, and then also the fact that he was wearing a red, white, and blue tie. I mean, I know a lot of different countries use those colors, but I mean, that's also an American thing too. All of the labels on the clothes had been removed. He was wearing no hat, which was unusual for 1948 fashion. During that time period, men typically would have been wearing hats. He had no wallet, he was clean-shaven, and had no identification. His dental records did not match any known person. Police suspected that it was possibly a suicide, but there were no foreign substances in his system. His body was embalmed on December 10th, 1948, since they could not identify who he was. The police said that it was the first time they knew that such an action needed to happen. On January 14th, 1948, staff at the Adelaide railway station discovered a brown suitcase with its label removed. It had been checked into the station's cloakroom after 11 a.m. on November 30th, 1948. So quite a few months before it was found, it was dropped off, which is interesting. It was suspected that the suitcase belonged to the man on the beach. The case contained a checked dressing gown, a size 7 red felt pair of trousers with sand in the cuffs. And remember, he was found on the beach, so that kind of matches up in a way. An electrician's screwdriver, a table knife cut down into a sharp short instrument, a pair of scissors with sharpened points, and a small square of zinc thought to have been used as a protective sheath for the knife and scissors, and a stenciling brush, as used by third officers on merchant ships for stenciling cargo. The suitcase also contained a 3-card of Barber brand orange waxed thread of an unusual type not available in Australia. Any identification marks on the clothes had been removed. The police did find the name T. Keane on a tie and Keane on a laundry bag, and then Keane on an undershirt. Both times that Keane was seen written out, it was spelled differently. Police issued a search and found that no T. Keane was missing in any English-speaking country. A tiny piece of rolled-up paper with the words Tenam Shud, I'm sure I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. The text was identified and translated to meaning ended or finished, found on the last page of Riot of Oman Khayyam. Police started an Australian-wide search to try to find a copy of the book that had a similarly blank verse. After a photo of the scrap of paper was revealed to the public, a copy of the book containing a page with the words torn out was located, which is just crazy to me to think that they found the exact book that this scrap of paper came out of. The man who found the book was never officially identified, which is really strange to me. The theme of the book is that one should live life to the fullest and no regrets when it ends. In the back of the book were faint indentations representing 5 lines of text in capital letters. The second letter was struck out. The last page was treated as a code, and experts as well as amateurs have attempted to crack the code, but they really don't know what it's meant to have said or to mean. A phone number was written in the back of the book as well. It belonged to a nurse named Jessica Ellen Thompson. When she was interviewed, the interviewer believed that she was being evasive or just didn't want to talk. She did, however, claim that a next-door neighbor said that a man asked him, the neighbor, about her the night before the unidentified man had died. She did not know who the man was or why he would possibly be trying to find her the night before he died. She asked that her name and info not be released to any third parties. When she was shown the bust of the man, she was totally taken aback and looked like she might almost faint. After she saw the bust, she looked away and then wouldn't look back again. In early January 1949, 2 people identified the body as a 63-year-old woodcutter, Robert Walsh. In the end, 3 people claimed that the unidentified man was Robert. There were numerous other identifications of the man, but none were actually positive, so this Robert guy wasn't actually him. Now, the man's body had been exhumed again when there was a newfound enthusiasm to figure out who he actually was. New DNA analysts suggest that the man was Carl Webb, an electrical engineer from Melbourne who disappeared from public record on April 1947. This just happened. In 2022, this just happened. They just figured out who he possibly was. Now, it hasn't been confirmed yet, but the fact that they are using now actual solid DNA could either confirm or deny this with absolute certainty. So I think that's really cool. There is nothing else about this case. Nothing else has developed. So this is just kind of where we're at right now. I'm not going to deny when I started reading into this case, it was because I read something about it, I think on like BuzzFeed, and BuzzFeed claimed that this man, T. Keane, who was leaning up against the wall, actually came forward then. Like, there was another living man named T. Keane who matched this guy's identification perfectly, came forward and was like, yo, no, I'm very much still alive. I don't know if I misread it or something because that never actually happened, but that's what really intrigued me to study this case. But yeah, in the end, it just ended up being a guy that was never, unfortunately, identified. And no family has come forward looking for him. No one's come forward and been like, yo, any chance you guys have seen this man? No one's reported him missing. So yeah, so that's just kind of where this case ends today. If you guys enjoyed this case, please leave in the comments more like unexplained, weird true crime stories that you would like me to research a little bit and do a quick video on, because I really enjoy these. I think these are a little bit more interesting, where it's like you never really figure out what happened. And when nothing kind of adds up, I don't know, those just really intrigue me. So please be sure to comment some down below. But other than that, that's it for me today. Be sure to come back tomorrow for another True Crime Courier video. But I hope that you guys have a fantastic day or night and decide to come back tomorrow and watch another video. Bye guys. Sound sync now. A photo of the scrap of paper was revealed. Oh my god. Hey Donnie. How are you? Oh. Okay. GoPro, stop recording.